up in the chat. A W.
Caitlin Clark just turned Gainbridge Fieldhouse into her personal highlight reel. In a fiery showdown against rival Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings, the Indiana Fever didn't just win, they broke 4 WNBA records. Clark was on another level, and the whole team fed off her energy. From insane three-point shooting to record-breaking assists, this game will be remembered as a turning point, not just for the Fever, but for women's basketball history. Heading into the game, all eyes were on Caitlin Clark versus Paige Bueckers, a rivalry born in college, now reignited under the bright lights of the WNBA. The media dubbed it the future versus the future. Both players came in with momentum. Both were stars of their franchises, and both had something to prove. The Fever were hungry. After a rocky start to the season, they'd started to click. Aaliyah Boston dominating in the paint.
Wins in a row, a season high. Just how have you been able to find that rhythm over this stretch?
I think it's been about, we've had some practices, and I think practicing has definitely tuned us up, fine-tuning as far as the details. We knew before All-Star that, the second half of the season is always about people making adjustments, people finding ways to stop what we have to do. And I think that on us, we try to do a good job of staying locked in at practices and shoot-arounds and all that kind of stuff to be where we need to be.
Kelsey Mitchell finding her rhythm, and Clark adapting quickly to the pro pace. The Dallas Wings, meanwhile, were dealing with injuries and chemistry issues, but still had Bueckers leading the charge. From the opening tip, it was clear the Fever meant business. Clark came out aggressive, scoring 8 points in the first 3 minutes, including a deep logo 3 that sent the crowd into a frenzy. Aaliyah Boston took control of the boards, grabbing 6 rebounds in the first quarter alone. The Fever pushed the pace, ran the floor like a machine, and caught Dallas completely off guard. Paige Bueckers tried to keep her squad steady, knocking down some clutch jumpers, but Indiana had too much momentum. The first record of the night came from Clark herself. 17 assists, the most by a rookie in a single WNBA game. Her court vision was out of this world, hitting Mitchell in stride, finding Boston under pressure, and even throwing a no-look dime to Lexi Hull. She was orchestrating the offense like a seasoned vet. By halftime, Clark had 11 assists, and fans started chanting, MVP, MVP. Every pass was precise, every decision was flawless, and every teammate around her elevated their game. When asked post-game, Clark said, "I just trust my teammates. They make me look good." Classic Caitlin. With Clark leading the charge, Indiana scored 71 points in the first half, shattering their previous franchise record and setting a new league high for the season. They shot 62% from the field, hit 11 three-pointers, and forced 9 turnovers. The Fever's ball movement was crisp. Everyone was touching the ball and everyone was scoring. Clark, Mitchell, Boston, Wallace. It was an offensive masterclass. Meanwhile, Dallas looked stunned. Bueckers did her best to keep up, finishing the half with 15 points, but the Wings' defense simply couldn't contain the Fever's rhythm. With every bucket, Caitlin Clark crept closer to another milestone. Midway through the fourth quarter, she nailed a long 3 and the arena erupted. She had just set a new record for the most points by a rookie in a WNBA game, 43. That moment was pure electricity. She pointed to the sky, flexed to the crowd, and smiled at her bench. It was the moment she'd officially arrived as not just a rookie, but a superstar. She finished with 43 points, 17 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals, arguably the most dominant rookie performance in league history. The Fever's final score, 118-92. That's the highest scoring game in franchise history. 4 players were in double figures. They shot over 50% from 3, and the crowd never sat down in the fourth quarter. It wasn't just about Clark, it was a team explosion. Boston with 22 and 12.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with Aerie is that she's dependable. And she's dependable not always for production, but she understands the impact that she can make in the game. And she understands how to do it, starting it on the defensive end, pushing pace, dictating tempo, getting to the rim, creating shots for her teammates, all of those things. And she's got an incredible awareness. And so she understands when she's hot, and she understands when somebody else is hot and how to get them the ball. But I've just been really proud to see her confidence grow in our system and the ownership that she's taking in being that leader on the floor for us.
Mitchell adding 19, Wallace scoring 15 with tough defense. The Fever looked like a playoff team, and they played with the swagger of champions. In her post-game interview, Caitlin Clark got emotional. "This is why I play. This crowd, this team. Nights like this are why I love basketball," she said. The fans roared back in approval. Reporters asked about breaking Paige Bueckers' spirit. Clark smiled and said, "Paige is a dog. She'll be back. Tonight was just our night." That's the thing about Caitlin. Fierce on the court, respectful off it, and her sportsmanship only adds to her legend. Paige Bueckers didn't shy away from the loss. She said Clark was incredible. "We'll see them again." It wasn't shade, it was confidence. These two aren't done. This rivalry is just getting started. And with the spotlight now bigger than ever.
And I asked Kelsey in regards to, or about this, but Aerie, just the impact that she's had for you all this season. What do you like most about what you've seen from her thus far?
Well, number one, her energy. I mean, she's an energy giver. She's fast. Her speed changes the game for us. Her ability to get the ball from one end to the other quickly. Her ability to get into players defensively. She changes the game for us in that way. I have continued to be impressed with just how quickly she immersed herself, into our team and fit in right away.
Every future matchup between them will carry playoff energy. Media outlets called it Clark's Mona Lisa. Analysts said the Fever just announced themselves as serious contenders. The WNBA reposted her highlights across all platforms. Merch sales spiked. Ticket resale prices doubled for upcoming Fever games. The buzz wasn't just hype, it was reality. This was the night the Indiana Fever officially arrived. 4 records shattered, 1 superstar unleashed, and a team that refuses to be overlooked. Caitlin Clark didn't just light it up, and she lit the entire league on fire. Paige Bueckers and the Wings will be back. But tonight, this was Caitlin's world, and we're all just watching it.